Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Carrie Kohan's Mystic Compass. We're doing live readings today. I've got my cards out, and I'm looking forward to all of your comments. Glenn is joining me. He's organizing all of your questions and where you're coming in from. So please go ahead and put in the comments where you're living, where you're coming from, and also what questions you have. We go in sequence, so the faster you get into your questions, the more towards the top that you'll be. What else can I tell you? Glenn, are you there? You were running behind a bit today, weren't you? Hello. No, are you muted? You're muted. Can't hear you, Glenn. Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Glenn. Oh, really? Oh, maybe it's my issue. Can you hear him? No, I don't hear you. That's... Oh, okay. I can't hear you. We can hear it on the other computer, but I can't hear you. No, just hearing me, not hearing you, Glenn. Is that sign language? I snorted. How elegant is that?
All right.
Oh, you were just pulling the leg. Yeah. You want to hear me snort?
We wanted to see the Carrie off track a little bit here. How can she handle pressure? Welcome, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are just laughing it up here, and you should have seen Carrie and I on, what was that, Saturday morning or whatever. We had the music on, and we were dancing in the kitchen, and she was eating all my Timbits, and it was a fun old time.
Your tidbits, they were mine.
So welcome in. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday and your spirits are high and your energy's high. I hope you're vibrating at a high level. And as Carrie mentioned, we've got lots of questions already in chat. I will put them up when Carrie is ready. And we got a lot to talk about. And don't forget, before I forget, Carrie, let me show this, because we are on Twitch. I believe we're on YouTube right now. I believe we're on Facebook as well.
No.
And please, I know we keep saying this every episode, but we really want to build up our Twitch channel here, because then we get the Bezos buck. Bezos is going to pay us for people just watching our show. And if you're over on Twitch, twitch.tv, you can put it on your TV as an app. You can put it on your phone, your tablet. It's just like YouTube. You have an app for it. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up on Twitch. However, if you want to support us and you enjoy the work we're doing, and we're giving you a little bit of light in this dark world sometimes of ours, please consider dropping a subscription there. $4.99 American for a month subscription. Or if you're a Prime member, you get to subscribe for free. Look for the little use Prime sub as you see in the top corner here. And the first 10 people that subscribe get that little first badge there. And just to shout out some of our recent follows, Wink and Woo. Thank you, Wink and Woo, for the follow. And Linda Jans. And for everyone that subscribes, Carrie's going to dance. We got a little dance song for Carrie. So she's been saying, Glenn, I want to dance today. Make me dance, Glenn.
Make me dance.
Hopefully we'll get people to dance.
Well, something to consider there is that anyone that has a Prime membership, and who doesn't have Prime these days, right? Anyone that has a Prime membership can subscribe to us for free. You just go on to the subscription down below. You'll see subscribe. Click on that. And is it in the left-hand corner or right-hand corner, Glenn? Where do they go?
I can't remember. They keep moving around a little bit, but if you click on subscribe, there should be something that says use Prime sub somewhere on there.
And they kind of hide it on you.
Top left-hand corner, I think, maybe, just like it is on my page here. But also, you get to use emotes. There's a Carrie emote. There's a compass emote. There's I think a tarot card emote. There's a few emotes that you get to put in the chat for some fun conversation along the way. And as we end tonight, or today, I guess, unless you're in Europe, where I'll be in the evening, we've got another version of a song Carrie had wrote, and I put the music to it. Last week we played the male ballad version. It was a very powerful song. This week we got the female version of that one. I know it's one of Carrie's favorites. So stay tuned at the end to hear that one.
Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah, we've been on a writing spree. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night, just downloading. This song was coming through, man. And it took about 4 hours, but it's such a beautiful song. So we've got a few on the go right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's go into some of the questions. I am ready to dance.
All right. Well, we were dancing and you're ready to dance. Okay. First of all, Valerie says, hello, Carrie and Glenn. Good to see you again, Valerie. I think you've been here before. Before we get to any specific questions, anything else? Hammer Bammers watching from Sherwood Park. Oh, you're in the neighborhood.
Yes.
If we make Carrie dance, you're definitely going to feel it in Sherwood Park. You're going to feel the vibrations coming through the floor.
I was thinking, I haven't gained that much weight. You feel the vibrations.
Immediately, Carrie, you go to that. No, the positivity, the electricity coming out of your feet. I've seen electricity come out of her feet. It's shocking.
Yes.
And we were dancing. Do you want to name the song we were dancing to on the weekend?
It was Who Let the Dogs Out?
Get back, Scruffy. Get back, Scruffy. Get back, get back, get back, back. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
It was fun. We had a good time.
And then Carrie showed me her Trump dance for YCMA. So
yeah. I had forgotten how to do it. You were actually doing the Trump dance better than me. Yeah. It was, there we go.
There we go. Okay, let's get to it, Carrie. Let's get to our first question. Yep. I'll go back hiding in the background here once I read off the question. This one from Beth. She was first in today. Beth says, hi, Carrie. Can you tell me my spirit animal and its name? We haven't had that before.
No.
I just lost my dog, 16 and a half years. Is she okay? So a few questions there from Beth.
So, Beth, it's funny because I saw a picture of an otter just before I came on here, and you have otter energy. I don't know if you either love the water or really dislike it because it's a previous life thing, but otter energy, that's what was the first thing that came to mind. So I don't know the meaning of otter. Maybe Glenn, if while we're talking about this, if you can bring up otter spiritual meaning to it, or people in the chat can actually look that up. I believe they are such good parents. Otters are amazing, loving people. Or beings, but with your spirit guide, they make very beautiful, loving, caring people, empaths often, so, and you lost your dog 16 and a half years ago. Is she okay? And it is a she, yes. I would say that she's actually off doing other things. I hear reincarnated. She's already come back. So you might see a dog or see another animal or even a person. I don't know. This has been a question. Can animals reincarnate as humans? I believe that your chair has a soul. Your floor has a soul. Because when I was on the other side, I saw that when the Armageddon or the end of the human experiment comes to an end, everything will start to lift up. The spirit of the couch, a spirit of this mic, the spirit of your shirt, everything takes on like a human form and lifts up and goes up into the light, including yourselves. I actually saw masses, like millions of all the spirit energy was lifting up and going into the light. So that would make me believe that you can come back as a chair if you wanted. You could come back. It's all in deciding what it is that you want to experience when you come here, you see. So I believe that, yes, you can come as a dog, you can come as a cat, you can come as a bird, whatever it is that you desire. I don't know about the pecking order of spirits with evolution, all of that. There is some logic to that you would start off as an inanimate object and then grow from there, go into the animal species and then to human beings, because humans are probably the most multifaceted. But actually, I shouldn't say that, because you think of dolphins and you think of monkeys and you think of every other species. So I'm rambling right now, but the point is that I believe that you could have been a elephant as much as you could have been a human by choice. It was what you wanted to do when you came here. So we're all equal.
And
And
the meaning of spirit animal here, as you asked me here, and I can see, I think it was
yeah.
Beth that asked the question, joy, it represents joy,
Mm,
freedom, adaptability, associated with positive emotions, playfulness,
good fortune.
creativity.
Mm,
Yeah, those are all awesome, awesome components
yeah.
for her as a spirit animal.
Yeah. So it's also reminding you to be more playful in life, to uh, well up that joy inside, allow that joy to bubble up and come out of you even more. So do what makes you happy. Go to your happy place, my girl, and start to explore what really makes you happy, and do it. Okay. Well done.
Next, from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada, Hammer Bammers is asking, hello, everyone. Hi, Carrie. Ooh,
Hey.
I don't know what to ask. How about, will Canada be free?
Have you got a good laugh? uh, will Canada be free? Actually, I think that's the happy face. I think we're all going to be very happy in the end. I've been saying right from the get go that if we were to separate, I think we would probably be one of the strongest, financially richest countries on this planet. But there's also something about Canada itself and staying connected. You know, the whole idea, I don't know if we really want to buy into the idea, because I think we're being set up to be divided, honestly. I think that the WF would love for us to separate, because then they can divide and conquer, right? So I think this is a bit of a setup, and we're falling for it. And I think we just need to change all of our logistics from within and stop with the subsidizing Quebec and Ontario. Sorry, guys, I am from Quebec. I was born there, you know, and I lived in Ontario for a good part of my life as well. So I think that each province needs to contribute to its own wealth, as well as the wealth of the whole, but not one province carrying the load of the entire country. It's just not right, especially when it's being spent so haphazardly. It's just not right. So shall we separate? Yes or no? Yeah, it looks like we are. Yeah. But it's a dirty deed. It's a dirty task. It's like, we're selling ourselves out, I think, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I believe we are going to go separate ways. And then from there, God knows, because divided united we stand, divided we fall. And I think that that's kind of a difficult situation for the entire country. Glenn.
Okay, thank you for that questions, Mr. Bammers or Mrs. Bammers or Miss Bammers. Let's go to, this is an interesting one. I don't think we've had this before. I'm kind of curious the response as well. Yanaka Hoffman asks, any messages from spirit I am not getting?
Okay. You are divinely you are divinely brought here. You're divinely given all the gifts that you need to be, do, and have. You already understand that. What you're not getting is that it's all about time, right? So there is a feeling sometimes of an urgency within, a feeling that it's not happening the way that you want, or that you need to hear things, you need to be going in a certain direction. And on the contrary, you are divine. Divine is the word for you, my dear. So, yeah, you're going to be just fine. See yourself, see your outcome more. And it goes back to asking favors, asking help of others. That still is a bit of a sore point for you, asking help of others. And you might even say, no, actually, I'm pretty good at it. But deep down, there is something there that still is, you're very good at giving, not as good as, having people give to you as much. You're getting better. See, I pulled the card and it still came up. Isn't that funny? So ask for more help, and ask for help from the divine. That's it. It's all about divinity with you. Divine, right? So ask for help from the divine. There you go. Long way around, but we got there eventually.
Thank you for that, Carrie. I hope that helps Yanaka. Heather says, hello from France. Bonjour. Comment ça va?
Oh. Bonjour, Heather. How are you? Ça va? Ça va bien?
Nicole is watching from Windsor, Ontario, down in the southern part of Ontario. Welcome in, Nicole. And Nicole has a question for us. Can you tell me what my mission here on Earth is? Pretty broad question.
Have you got 2 hours? Nicole, you're funny. People spend a lifetime finding out what it is their life purpose is. And I think for most of us, our life purpose is all about energy. It's all about, sharing our energy and getting into that divine light and sharing it with others, not buying into all the crap that's around you, and instead coming from the place of joy, practicing those 5 lessons: forgiveness, compassion, faith and trust, and unconditional love. So if I was to look into you, you were like nursing or first responder, you're a very caregiving type person. Empathic work, that got to be a bit much. I think we talked about that before, did we not? Because you have a heart of gold, but tend to shut it down sometimes because of pain and other stuff. So your purpose on this planet is to get out there and dance and help others. Idle hands are the devil's play, my mom used to say. So we need you to get out there and be more active with other people, either volunteer work or it will lead to something. Yeah. I would suggest start volunteering and whatever it is that you like doing, teaching others, and then that will grow into something really big for you. That will bring you great joy. Okay, there you go, Glenn.
Okay, and next up, what do we have here? Oh, Yanaka says thank you, and she's watching from Colorado.
My
things
pleasure.
are going well there. Next one we have from AK. AK says, Carrie, I'm in Toronto. I've been in chronic pain since March. Does the universe have any guidance for me? I'm working on healing, reversing this. Thank you.
Okay, so it is leaving. It is either you've been saying hello to it a lot or you're finally saying adios. What I would say, it feels like lower back as well. And you've been carrying such a heavy load that it's like back breaking, I feel it lower back, shoulders, really heavy. Maybe even the stomach, the front, but it's lower back. So whenever you have chronic pain, often it's that you're an empath, that you've been carrying, pain of other people. And the good news is you're actually letting it go. You're healing everything around you. You're flushing it down the toilet. I want you to actually imagine that you're going to gather that pain out of you and you're going to go to the toilet and you're going to flush it down the toilet and let it just be given back to the universe, because as you know, energy cannot be destroyed, but it can be transformed. So by taking it and either putting it into the cosmic garbage can or putting it into the toilet, you are flushing it away, you are giving it away, and it'll be transformed into light and joy and everything beautiful, you see? So And also the words working on it. I teach a workshop. We're going to be doing 2 workshops while I'm here in Canada. One is June 24th, or sorry, June 27th, 28th, 29th. And then the other one is July 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're also doing an online course on July 5th and 6th. So if you can't make it here in Edmonton, we have it online. Now, one of the things I teach in that workshop is your words are so powerful. My God, man, there's a reason why we do this, right? It's because the words, they have an energy to them. And it's like, remember that old analogy, words are like toothpaste. Once you squirt the toothpaste and squirt it out, you can't put it back in. Words are very similar. Once you get that energy and put it out there, it's hard to bring it back in. And not that you would ever want to, quite frankly. But the words that you do put out there, you can actually transmute and transfer into love and light and everything else, even if they were hate. And that's something that we teach at the course. But one of the things is saying, I'm working on it, or I'm trying. That one just drives me nuts. No, don't say I'm trying. Don't say I'm working on it. Oh my God, I'm working on it. It's like overwhelming. Just do it, right? I'm doing it. I have healed my chronic pain. Tell your body, your spirit, your mind, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've healed this chronic pain. And you'll find that within a couple of days, you're going to be going, gosh, I haven't had any chronic pain for a little while. Wow, I really have let go of this chronic pain, because what you say is everything. Change your words, you change your world. Been saying it for decades. Okay? Thanks, honey. Thanks, AK.
Okay, next up, let's see. We've got Enjoy the Adventure from South Africa.
South Africa.
Hey, welcome, South Africa. I'm currently selling my farm and worried where to probably go next. Any message from Spirit to give guidance during this difficult time?
Wow. Well, I pulled up a card and it was masked. There is light underneath the mask, is what I want to say to you. That the fear is a mask, and underneath it is beautiful light. So we want to take off that fear, right? Because worrying is praying for the negative. We know that. So we don't want to do that anymore. Take off that mask. And again, up to the cosmic garbage can. Give it up to Creator. Give it up to God. You're selling your farm. Are you one of many that are selling farms right now in South Africa and worried about where to go next? I do see you still in South Africa for a period of time, but I think that you're going to move. It feels like actually a larger move, cross waters. So whether to come back to, you know what, you travel a little bit. You go through Europe. It feels like you come to North America. You might even, it feels like Australia or New Zealand as well is calling you. There's a lot of places that you would like to go. Now, whether or not you're a teacher, whatever it is, look inside. What is it that you really want to do? Because this is a big opportunity for you. I would let go of the fear and go, okay, what's good about this? What's good about this? Am I... Recently, I had a thing that happened and I had to move from one house to another. And it was like that. At the time, I was going, I don't understand why this is happening. This is so, not normal. This is not what happened. And communication and all of that. But it happened and it brought me to where I am today with Tammy and her husband, Glenn. And what a blessing it's been. So, my mom always said, today's tragedy is tomorrow's blessing. For you selling your farm, yes, it may feel like a tragedy, but don't worry, honey, because you've got really beautiful things. I see you writing, I see you traveling, you're journaling, whether it's a blog, a travel blog, something like that. You're teaching along the way, and you're becoming more of an extrovert, and which is really kind of funny. You're really starting to, And you've got family, right? And so you're traveling with family, and where once before you used to worry about things, you used to, like, the walls were coming in on you. Don't worry about that. It's all coming through. You used to be like you couldn't see the forest from the trees. Don't worry about it. The money is going to flow to you. Cash is coming. It's coming a bit slower than what you thought. Don't worry about it. But that is all coming to an end. All the chaos, all the crap, it's all coming to an end. And instead, you are building bridges over troubled waters. We know that card, right? And you are moving in a totally different direction. So yes, you will have somewhere to go. And because you have the power, right? You have the power, my girl, right? You have the power. So just do it. Do it. Okay? Put it out there. I'm so happy and grateful I sold my property. I'm so happy and grateful I sold the farm, and I sold it at a profit. And now I'm free to do whatever it is that I desire. I can be, do, and have whatever I wish for. And so it is. Thanks, Glenn.
Okay, this one from Heather Hibbard. Speaking of France, she is a Canadian living in France. Anything I need to hear from my family in spirit or guides?
Yeah. First card that comes up is your spirit, right? You often look out the window, you look up, and you want to communicate with them so much. I can teach you this. I would suggest you come to the online course on July 5th and 6th. Not that I'm here to plug that by any means, but it is a bonus, because by the end of it, you'll have full communication. You won't have to depend on psychics to actually speak to those on the other side anymore. And it's a bit of a process, but by the end of it, you'll be able to have that communication. Okay? Yeah. So let's look in. Yeah. They're saying, look at yourself. Look at how beautiful you are. You need to understand the power that lives within and make the best of this life. Stop playing small, I want to say. Stop not living in your full power. You have so much to offer. And been living in the past a little bit, I'm sorry to say, but you've been wearing that mask, and you got to let the light shine through. Okay. So that's what I hear from them, is they're your biggest supporters, your biggest cheerleaders, and they want you to really soar. This is why you're here. So don't waste any more time. Come on now. Right. Hut. Let's go. That's what I feel, is that they want you to fly. They really want you to fly. And so do I. So start spreading those wings and fly. Start working out, eating better, get a routine going, and living your life purpose, whatever brings you joy. Okay. And also helps others. Thanks, Glenn.
Okay, next up, before we get to the next question, just a couple comments here. Lainey says, my healing session with you last week has really helped me with my hip pain.
Yeah.
So fantastic. And I guess, we might as well tie it in. Maybe talk a little bit about your website here, Carrie.
The website, well, you can go on there and get a free gift. I recorded a beautiful hypnosis recording at about 2:00 in the morning. A couple of years back, I was actually like Lainey. I was, feeling some pain and both emotional and physical, but the physical is always connected to the emotional, right? It always starts with the thought, any physical pain. And so I did this recording, and it changed my world completely. I was able to increase my finances like 100-fold or 1,000-fold, and did very well. As well, if you go onto the website, you can register there. You can actually come for a private session with me. And what's that say? I don't know. Glenn, what are you highlighting there?
Just the book the session.
There we go. Okay, so 1-to-1 sessions with Carrie Kohan. So yeah, come and have a session with me, and it's 150 Canadian, which is like, cheap for you Europeans and everyone abroad. Very, very inexpensive. Okay, so in 45 minutes we can do a lot, and that's what we did with Lainey. Yeah, I would say, Lainey, your book arrived, by the way, girl, and so you have to go and pick it up. You got to go and get someone to pick it up for you. Okay, I sent you the email with the link showing the company that you have to pick it up with. They tried delivering it and it didn't go. No one answered the door. Okay, so there you go.
Okay, let's get back to our next question here. First of all, a comment from Kaylee. You
Hey,
look
Karen.
beautiful as always,
Aw.
Carrie. She's from Smoky, Saskatchewan. I've been doing some deep healing, but at times I feel so up and down. What
Yeah,
to do next in life? I feel like I've been tested in life, the higher I elevate and heal. And also,
yeah.
hi to Glenn and Tammy. Hi back to you, Kaylee.
Tammy's waving, going, hey. Okay, so Kaylee, it's all about looking within, right? And that's what you've been doing a great deal, self examination. But they actually want you, and rather than examining yourself, love thyself, love thyself, love thyself, love thyself. They want you to look within and see the beauty that lives there. Forget all that crap. Forget all the stuff that's behind you and that you were still kind of, it's like having mud on your shoes still, you're still carrying that crap from the muddy waters back there. So change your shoes, take those muddy shoes off, change them. Imagine putting on a nice pair of high heels or something that makes you feel really great, right? Or the most comfy slippers, whatever it is for you. For some people it is dressing up and getting really cute, or it's getting really cute with his comfy slippers, whatever it may be. Change your shoes and change your life. And it's as simple as that. When you change your mindset, when you decide, okay, that's it, I'm going to live my life differently, and I'm going to start focusing on the joy every single day. If ever you start to feel that stuff pulling you down, go, no, 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 no. What would my ideal self say? You know this one, Kaylee. What would my ideal self say about this? Well, she or he would say, why are you wasting time? Yeah. You got a whole world to live here. You can travel, you can paint, you can jump, you can leap, you can learn sports, you can play soccer or football or whatever it is that you want. Just get out and be active and start loving thyself. Love thyself, love thyself. Because the old way is dead. It's bringing you nowhere but in the ground. All the guilt, all the stuff that you used to carry, let it go. And in turn, cash will flow. And it may come at a different time than what you're thinking, but you need to let go once and for all. You need to just step away and instead step into your spiritual advancement, who you truly are. And so it is, right? That's it. Where did I put my glasses? There we go.
Okay, and I see a bunch of follow-up questions as well. We'll get to those if we have time later. I'm going to go through the first-time questions for people, and if we have time, we'll get to some of your follow-up questions. We also, I think, are on Facebook now. I think we've finally gone live on Facebook. So if we have anyone watching on Facebook, feel free to ask a question. I know Carrie has a lot of followers there on Facebook. Next up from Valerie. Valerie already had said hello earlier, but this was her question. Will I find a traveling companion for my foreign travels?
Valerie, will you find a traveling companion for your foreign travels? Yes or no? Yes. That's about a 75, 80% yes. And that will alleviate some of the burdens that you've had about, or burdenous thoughts that you've had about leaving, where you are right now and traveling. So yeah, you're going to find someone. Don't worry. You'll see the ribbon being cut and, everything's starting to open up for you. Yeah. Right now you're kind of on the outside looking in and wondering, which person do I choose? Just put it up there. Okay, Lord, the right person is just going to show up for me. I'm going to tell everyone that I'm going on this trip, and someone is going to come forward and go, oh my gosh, I really would like to come on that. And they're going to show up. They're going to, hey, can I come and join you? They're going to be so damn excited. Yes, it's rainbows and everything beautiful. So it's all good. Don't you worry. And don't judge. No judging, because again, that puts up walls. We don't need to do that. Okay. Instead, see yourselves on the beaches or the places wherever it is that you are with a beautiful companion. And it can be male, female, whatever. Choose. What is it that you desire? And then focus on it. Wish upon the stars. Get in alignment with your spiritual self. Become that monk and just get it going and it'll come. Don't you worry. It'll come.
All right. Thank you. JC said hello from Colorado. So good to see you again, JC. Always love to see you in the chat. And the next question we have, let me find it here. It was from Bobby Norton.
Hey, Bobby.
Asks, good to see you, Bobby, watching on YouTube today. I see. She says, hello, Carrie. I would love a card reading. What do I need to know at this moment for my best and highest good?
Well, first of all, Bobby, I'd like to take a second to kind of chuckle with Glenn here, because when I finish with a reading and then I say, okay, there's a bit of a lull there, and then Glenn comes on. It's because Glenn was like, just when I would come on, then you would go, oh, and another thought came in. And then I'd start talking. So now he's like really taking his time before he comes back. Because I was cutting him off and cutting him off and cutting him off. So you'll know.
Making me blush. So I would figure, okay, she's finished with her reading. So I'm going to come on. Oh, no.
Nope. I'm still talking.
Next. No, she wasn't done yet. So yeah, now I'm just taking a few extra seconds until she says she's ready for the next question.
Yeah. So that's
Thanks for making me blush, Carrie.
Yeah, no problem there. So, Bobby, you got to celebrate. There's something definitely coming up in your world, whether it's a raise or something. Yeah, it's time to celebrate. Time to kick up your heels. Have you taken dance lessons lately? Because there's a lot of light around you, and I see you like kicking up your heels. That's, I guess, what they want you to do is really start to laugh and enjoy and picture your outcome. Like go to the end of your timeline first and then look back and decide. So as you're going to bed, this is a great exercise. When you're just starting to rest, that beautiful in between the consciousness here and the sleep time, there's that almost like a fog. And when you're entering into that fog, it's really wonderful to go down your timeline and go, okay, what is it that I intend for tomorrow and for the next week and for the next month? What is it that I would love to experience over the next month and or the next day, right? What is it that I want to do? And what do I get excited about and that I want to cut through and make happen? So if anything, they're asking you to plan. And I'm not talking, you're very good with logistics. We know that. We know that you're very good with analytics and paperwork and all of that stuff, right? You're good at making lists. They're not talking about that. They're talking more about kicking your heels up and just planning without planning, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And so you don't want to not plan, but you don't want to be so analytical about it that it strangles the joy and the juices out of it. Do you understand? Just like breathe, allow your spirit to be free, and really go for it. Very creative energy is starting to come through you now. It's quite exciting. Well done, honey. Okay, back to Glenn.
All right. See, that was quick this time.
I know.
And sorry, JC, it's Jacob. Okay, I will go by Jacob the next time. Next from a fellow Albertan, and before I give you the question, it kind of ties into what I've been talking to Carrie about the last couple of weeks, is feeling like I'm just starting to tap into my intuitiveness and starting to learn a little bit how to channel things in the right direction and to kind of make the most of my intuitiveness. So we have Alita Little from Alberta as well. I keep waiting for my intuition to kick up a notch. I hear you. I used to be more intuitive than I am now. I know. I'm blocked and I'm not sure why.
Okay. Okay, Alita, is it? Yes. Before I go into this, I want to do a side by side with Glenn and I, because Glenn's intuition definitely is picking up, because look at our shirts. We both wear plaid today. He got the memo. He was tuning into what I was dressing today, right? There we go.
Yeah, we
Or
did not plan that. Carrie did
no,
not say, make sure you wear plaid today. No, she
that's
did
right.
not do that.
No. But intuition, right? Okay, so Alita, it goes back to you being an empath and shutting things down for a little while. Yeah, you've also gone through a healing part of your life just recently. Yeah, and that's the key, right? So the interesting thing about spiritual development, I found, is that it comes in spurts, but you always have that power. You can call upon it at any time. It's very, very simple. You just have to learn to meditate. So come to my online course or my live course. We do a lot of meditation in it, and people often go, "Oh God, I don't want to meditate." I can promise you, by the end of 2.5 days with me, you are going to be an expert at meditating. You can simply close your eyes. You will be off with your spirit guides. You will be calling in energy. You can do whatever it is that you desire to live in this plane and grow spiritually and be and do and have whatever it is you desire. It's a really powerful event. So with you, I heard that it comes sporadically, and not to worry. It's almost like you're having a big meal and you're enjoying the meal. It's like your intuition. You're really enjoying it, but then you get full and you got to digest it for a little while. You got to let that kind of get through you before you have room for more stuff. And so I would say that you went through a lot of growth, a lot of healing. There's the female body part card, right? You're covering yourself up. It's like you shut yourself down a little bit for a bit, and you're choosing to play your cards differently, honey. And so in that, there is a bit of, it's almost like you're going to bed for a little while. You're going to just rest and let it process. So instead of beating yourself up, why don't you state to the universe, okay, you know what? I had a little time off. I enjoyed this rest of getting a lot of messages. And I understand that somewhere along the way I needed that rest. But now, dear Lord, or God, Buddha, Allah, whoever it is for you, right? Now, dear Lord, I am ready to open up again. I'm ready to hear and see things that are for the best and highest good of not only myself, but all concerned. And with that, get a pendulum, with a pendulum, start doing that, start writing, automatic writing. I love getting up at like 2 a.m. and saying, okay, Spirit, what would you like to tell me? And just write down. It might be a word, it might be a sentence, it might be pages, but just practice. It's a muscle like anything else. Your intuition is a muscle, so build it. Okay, Glenn.
Okay, and on top of that, don't forget that Carrie does 2 live readings a week now. Tomorrow night, Carrie will be back at, I believe it is 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And also on Friday, we're back for kind of our show where we kind of go back and forth and talk about some current events and other issues. And, I want to kind of, on Friday, I'm going to kind of let Chad in on when I started to kind of wake up and see the world see it from a different perspective and some of the things that got me thinking a different way. So we're going to talk about that on Friday. The teacher in me is going to teach you a lesson about, for those of you that might be just starting into the woo or waking up, you might go, oh yeah, I kind of noticed that as well. Plus, we're going to talk about another decode. We've done Dolores Cannon. We looked at Edgar Casey last week. And this week, who are we talking about?
Sylvia Brown.
Yeah, for those of you that know about Sylvia Brown, we're going to talk
Yeah.
about her a little bit and decode some of the work that she's done. So join us Friday on Twitch. It's mainly going to be on Twitch. Again, we want to kind of get away from YouTube a little bit. So please join us over on Twitch if you haven't set up an account there. And Friday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah, it's time to switch over to Twitch. And the reason why we've been coming over here to this channel is because we can speak extremely freely. You know, YouTube, they took my channel down for 9 months. I had over 1 million views. I had 300,000 hours watch time. I was getting big on YouTube, and they took down the channel. They literally, not a warning, nothing, gone. And it was because I was talking about ETs and I was talking about some stuff. And I'm still hesitant because this is airing on YouTube and Facebook, which I still get shadow banned on. And so Twitch is our alternative that we can speak openly and freely. It's the channel a lot of truthers are coming to, a lot of psychics are coming to. And so please come over to Twitch, get your free account, and then if you could choose, please hit that subscribe button and support us at $4.99 a month. You know, a lot of people in the chat last week and the week prior were saying, how do we support you? I want to give you more than $4.99 a month. There are ways to do that here. You can actually give us donations, I believe, and we'll get Glenn to speak to that. But definitely just subscribe, $4.99 a month. If you're enjoying this, you can't get a reading for $4.99 a month. And I spend a bit of time on each and every person. So please, if you've enjoyed this reading, you know, we have 100 and some odd people watching. If even 20% of that can come and say, you know what, I'll support you guys because I'd like to continue on. We can't do this for free forever. We've got to find different sources of income. We were hoping that this is going to do it. But with so few people actually subscribing, it's not looking. So we need you guys to step up in order for us to stay here. And so I'm going to be very frank. You need to help us fly. And in turn, we're going to help you fly. You know, this is a time of positivity and readings that, you know, we want to come into your life. We don't want to say goodbye. We want to come into your life 3 times a week. And if you want us to come into your life 3 times a week, then you need to subscribe. You need to allow us to get rooted in our community. And so all of us will shine. We will all blossom. We'll all be here for one another. So please go to the subscribe button right now and subscribe. It's $4.99. Or if you're on Amazon Prime, it's free. You just have to link it up, right? And that helps us stay here. Okay.
And it's the views that really help the watch time as well. Where, you know, people watching on YouTube or on Facebook, there's no compensation for that because those channels are not monetized with Carrie. They've been shut down before. Whereas Twitch, just watching us, accumulating the minutes, you get a little bit of revenue from that. And of course, the subscription really helps. And, you know, we just had Gruck Thunder follow us. So thank you, Gruck.
Yes.
But yeah, Twitch is kind of where the revenue will come from. You can donate through something called bits on there, anything from like 50 cents up and to higher.
Yeah.
And yeah, we love producing content. You can tell we love meeting you guys, and it's real. And I'm still learning and increasing my education. I want to pass that all along to you guys. And as I talk to Carrie, we're not going to, you know, push gold and silver. We're not going to push collagen. No. The only thing we're going to advertise is things to do with Carrie and her channel and her services. And that's the way we want it to be.
And the cards that we're making and the books we're making, and, you know, and I'd love to bring in people for interviews eventually as well. So,
yeah, for sure.
That's but Bobby Norton was saying, I have an Amazon Prime, but not sure how to link that. So do you know how to link that, Glenn?
While you're answering the next question, I will take a look into that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on. We've got experts in business from Helen London in the UK. So Carrie's familiar with the UK for sure.
Yeah.
And expert in business is asking, "Hi, Carrie. If please let me know if lost my job, what area to go for? Stress management or is that
I Yeah, AI
AI
or gardening.
or
I've
gardening?
been
I've been visualizing financial abundance. Is this working?"
Well, family card is the first thing that comes up for you. So I would say the gardening, planting the garden within your family, right? Planting, because the rest, the job is a dead end. It was a dead end anyway, so don't worry about that. And let go of any self judging. You know, again, so creator, maps, right? It's got that little yellow guy. Google man is what my husband calls him. And it's like creator picks you up, the little yellow guy on the map, and brings you all the way over here and drops you in a different location. So he takes you away from your job and you go, oh, where am I going next? Where am I going next? Oh, and there you are dropped. And at the time, it may not make any sense, but creator has a plan, right? There's stuff in the works. So no worries. The stress management, you'd be very good at that, actually. It's all about healing, right? But I would say heal yourself first. Heal yourself from the pain of the loss of the job, because it's not a loss. This is a gain. This is a real gift for you, because the job, you weren't able to express yourself the way that you wanted to, and you felt very protective of who you are in your cave and all the work that you were doing. There was some criticism that came your way, and instead we need you to love yourself. Love thyself, love thyself, love thyself, and realize that you have so much support around you, and creator is bringing you. You've been wanting to change. You've been inside. You were wanting to do something different, something bigger and brighter, and that would bring more love. And that's what creator's done. They literally have picked you up and said, another job, experts in business. So experts in business, yes, you are very good at business, but it's like it's yielding, and you're coming into, again, you're coming into a new field. It's like the train is coming in and bringing new opportunities to you. So don't worry about it. Isn't that funny? Same card. Out of all these cards, same cards keep coming up for you because they want you to hear the message. Just love yourself. And in turn, I want you to start praying on it and setting the intention. Okay, this is a funny one. I think I've shared it a couple times. When I was dating, before I met my second husband, I was online. And my God, I had like 10 guys that I was thinking about dating. They were all really lovely and they were all chatting with me. Hadn't met most of them, maybe one date, gone out for like a lunch or coffee or something like that, nothing. But they all were intriguing. And I came back to my daughter and I was like, oh my God, I don't know which one to choose. They're all really interesting men. And she goes, well, put it up to the universe. Just put it up. And I went, okay. And so I said, dear Lord, I'm going to ask that whoever is best for me comes forward and everyone else just melts away. So whatever opportunity, whatever person is best for me is now coming forward and coming to greet me. I'm connecting with it. And everything else is simply melting away. And within 24 hours, actually, it was more like within 2 hours, majority of the 10 were all gone. They were all like, sorry, Carrie, can't make it, And one of them was flying a helicopter, his helicopter in California, and he flew over military grounds and they actually grounded him for like a week. So he was, I can't come to our date on Friday because I'm grounded in the United States, right? So you just never know. It's like, oh my God, man, right? So for you, the opportunities are coming with jobs. You're looking at it and it's like, which one do I choose? Oh, there's so many. Breathe. I want you to say to the universe, okay, the one area that I am to go in next, the job, the career, the joy, whatever it is that I am to do next, allow it to come forward and greet me and give me ideas of what it is that I need to do. And everything else is just going to melt away. Okay. And when you do that, be ready for the consequences, because things can change and they can change fast. So also say, I'd like it to come with ease and grace. Okay. That's it. Glenn.
All right. I think I did find just a little snapshot here while you were doing that. I was doing this in the background. So let me just bring it up quick for those that are on Twitch and want to figure out how they can make a subscription there. So when you go on to Twitch, in the bottom corner, there should be a button that says subscribe. And when you click on that, right to the left of that, you'll see it says use Prime sub. And if you click on that, you should be able to subscribe without having to pay anything. Now, that's a month by month thing, so you would have to come in every month and do the same thing. Or if you're not a Prime subscriber, you can just hit subscribe and then hit the $7.99 Canadian. It's cheaper in the US and other countries. And then that will ask you for, payment details and things like that. So you can also gift subs. That helps us out as well. If you have the financial ability to gift a sub, you can give that to someone in the community. And right now there's 35% off from Amazon gift subs. And then you get the emotes here and you get ad-free viewing. And we've got 3 so far. We're trying to get to at least 10 within the first couple of weeks. So hope that helps out those that want to share a little bit.
Brilliant. So a gift sub is like a tip, right? So when someone said we want to give more than the $4.99, which was actually pounds, sorry about that. So $7.99 Canadian. I want to give more than that. So they could actually give a gift, a sub.
A gift sub would be, if I'm a sub already and I want to give someone else in the community a sub, they would hit on gift sub. And then they could pick a specific follower on a list of people, someone that follows our channel, or they can just make it random. And anyone that follows our channel will receive that gift sub from that person, which means they will get the ad-free viewing and all the perks that go with it as well. So it's just another way of, donating to the community and donating to the channel.
Right. So a sub is a subscriber. And by me being a subscriber, I can give away a subscription to anyone else for a month and get them to, that is cool. That's
and it's only for a month, and then you don't get rebilled for that gift subscription. So you're not constantly giving that person month after month. So it just stays there for a month.
Okay. So the key is subscribe. The key is to subscribe, and that's it. And have fun with it. Enjoy. And if you are financially sound, maybe give someone else in the chat here, pick a person, or you can do a random and gift them a subscription as well. That'd be really cool. Pay it forward, right?
Carrie Inkpin says, hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. Kelly Inkpin, I should say. Kelly Inkpin.
Yeah, no, I love Kelly. Oh, gosh. Haven't seen Kelly forever. Hey, honey. Yeah. So any other questions?
And Candace Johnson says, hey, Carrie, I cannot put your book down. Could you please tune into my timeline and reveal some practical first steps for me to serve humanity? From Bon Accord, Alberta.
Candace, that is so nice to hear about the book. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Wow, and for those that wonder what we're talking about, it's this beautiful book here called The 5 Lessons of Life. I died twice when I was in my 20s. I wrote the book in 2014. I really started it, and I died in 1993. But 2014 was when I started. It ended up winning 3rd in the world for spirituality and philosophy. And it's a good book. It's got lots of pictures at the back, and so it tells the story. Like you can see at the back here. That was my dad. He was a professional fighter, and that's me and my pops. Yeah, lots of really interesting stories along the way. So I'm glad you're enjoying it, Candace. And make sure, don't read the end of it first, because the end is so beautiful. You want to go all the way through it. Also, note to self with everyone that gets the book, I died twice. My first death was really dark, like really dark. Okay. It went toe to toe with what we would know as the devil. So the first little bit is a little, in your face, but don't worry about it. You keep reading, because my God, it gets beautiful. And the end is such a blessing. Yeah. The end is pure sunshine. Okay. So enjoy the book. As far as Candace goes, yeah, this is a breakthrough time for you. You're really starting to break through, honey. You're starting to step up to the plate and walk forward. Side by side, you've got a really beautiful supportive network there, but you're letting go of all of the burdens, and in turn, the tornadoes, all of that, all the stuff that's being around you, I think you're finally letting it go. and literally it's starting to your path is like straight in front of you. I can see it. It goes straight out in front of you. There's no windy roads anymore. It's straight. So get really specific what it is that you desire, what you want to do, have. And that's the key, is write yourself a letter. Write yourself your desired list. Dear self, dear my ideal self, I am so happy and grateful now that I am living in the light of Creator. I am feeling that sunshine on my face, and I'm knowing the power within me. I am stepping into who I truly am. So just write a beautiful letter to yourself and put it where you can read it every single day. And then also go to the website, my website, carriekohan.com, and get that free audio. And just imagine that you're at the beach and you're traveling abroad and you're enjoying yourself, and listen and say those beautiful positive affirmations as you're doing it. And believe me, the sun will shine. And so it is. Beautiful. Glenn.
Okay, Carrie, we are over the hour mark. We're about an hour and 10 minutes. How's your energy? You got another 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Good. All right. Next up from Maria Marcos Real Estates.
Hey, Maria.
Welcome. First time I've seen you here.
Go for it, girl. That's the first card that comes up. You go for it. You're on the roll. You're doing well. Yeah. And what is it? Do you see any adventures? Well, be careful on the questions that you ask, because adventures could be oi, right? So wish upon the star. Be specific what it is that you desire. And when you say adventures, what are you meaning? Are you meaning that you're still rooted, or is it that you're going to travel and you're going to sell everything and go on this wild adventure? Or is it more, no. I'm wanting to stay with family and friends. I want to stay rooted, but I would like to have more sales, more joy. I want to focus on my relationship more and see our outcome. I want to know the power within. What is it specifically that you desire? Because I can tell you, there it is again. You have the power, girl, and you've always had that power. I've known Maria. I'm going to let everyone know a little bit here. Maria was my assistant when I was selling real estate, and we worked together as a team. And my God, where everyone else was selling 2 homes a month, we were selling 22, 25 homes a month. We were breaking every record. And this is before the boom in Edmonton. This was years, actually, 2 years, I think, before the boom. We just had so much sunshine. We had so much fun. We loved what we were doing, and we had the power. So Maria used to joke, because couples would come in and I'd use my gift, I got to admit. So I'd see a couple come in and I go, Maria, they're going to buy. Can you go and see them? And because we were fairly busy, and I knew who to go to and focus on and who not to. And so that's how we were able to, take advantage of making the best of our time. And so Maria, she became such a strong real estate agent in Edmonton, and she's very rooted. She has a lot of clients. She's done extremely well. And because when she started working with me, she was like 19, 20 years old and just full of sunshine. These are the cards. They keep pulling up, and go for it. These are your 3 cards, honey. They just keep saying the same thing over and over again. So, Maria's been in real estate for a very, very long time, like 25 years, maybe 30 years now. And, 25 anyways. And yeah, she's probably one of the best around. You're looking for a holiday, though. You're looking for adventure as far as a holiday goes. And will you have a holiday? Not yet. Not for a bit, I don't think. Well, you're planning something, but it's all about timing. And yes, it is time that you actually had a holiday. I agree. Oh my God, there's a card again. I guess maybe you are going on a holiday. It doesn't feel like it right away. It feels like something's going to come up. Yeah, it's timing. You keep getting the same cards, girl. You're powerful. Okay, that's all I got for now. Just focus on what it is that you desire, and know, like you know, that you can be, do, and have whatever it is you want. And so it is. Hey, Glenn, sorry about that.
It's okay. No, it says like a bonus content for the person that you're doing the reading with.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay on Twitch here. A few more from our Twitch viewers. Valerie, who you answered a question for earlier, says, thank you for everything, Carrie. I hope to subscribe in the future. Meanwhile, I have booked a reading with you. Okay.
Oh, isn't that exciting? Yay, Valerie. That's awesome. Well done.
Thank you so much. Well, let's give you got to dance for Valerie here. How about you do a little dance for Valerie?
And I actually woohoo! Yay, Valerie. Strength card comes through. Okay.
All right, she deserved that for the booking.
I agree. Valerie, you got the strength card. Now, last week I was saying that I was going to show everyone my favorite deck of cards of all time. So when I was in my 20s, I was in Banyan Books in Vancouver. I just dropped them again. Oh,
Tammy, can you get that?
I got him. It's an ongoing joke here. I drop the cards. Tammy kind of crawls around the table and hands me the cards from down below. It's crazy. Anyways, so this is a deck of cards. This is my favorite deck ever. It's a Connolly tarot deck. And it was a woman, Carol Connolly, and her son created the decks. I think it was in the 1980s. So anyways, I have been a bit of a hermit, and I love the illustrations on these cards. I love the back of them, the marble. Now they have reprinted these cards, but the back of them I don't like. They have like a Celtic knot, but there's something off with it. It's just not the energy that I would prefer to see. And so this deck from the 80s. I found it on eBay and I ordered it. It took a little while, but I absolutely love this deck, and it's all about strength. It's all about power. Yeah. And yeah. So, look at the illustrations on it. It's beautiful. Okay. So you had a question there, did you, Glenn?
Nope, we didn't have a question. Just a comment that she had booked a reading from you.
Right,
with you.
right. So thank you. And I'll be able to use the new deck with you as well.
Okay, yay. Next up, I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm not going to try. It says, do you see any move for me in the future?
Barrett. Is that Barrett? Okay.
Barrett, yes.
Yeah. Barrett, are you going to be moving in the future? Yes or no? Well, it depends how far into the future you go. I don't see anything right away. Although I see boxes and it looks like you're packing. It might be someone else around you though. Okay. So are you moving right away? Yes or no? Are you going to be moving? What was the question specifically?
Let's see if I can bring that back up. There it is.
Do you see any move? Okay. So we have to be specific in the questions, because the first time I asked it, I asked those, can you hold that up? Yeah. I asked, do you see any move for me in the future? And I was getting, no, I don't see any move for you. But what does any move mean, right? So, but then I asked, are you moving? And will you be moving in the future? Yes or no? Absolutely. So, and the future can be 10 years from now, right? It can be 3 years, 3 months from now. So let's ask, will Barrett Harvey be moving within the next year? Yes or no? Yeah. Will you be moving within the next 6 months? Yes or no? It's where you're just starting to think about it. You're already starting to think about it, because you wouldn't be asking that question if you weren't. And you're also planning. It's like, my gosh, it feels like you are planning out your future. You are really thinking a long ways in advance. You understand who you are. You understand your power. And you also understand what it takes to upheave the ground underneath you in order for your roots to get strong, for you to stand tall and be who you are. You also have a lot of people or employees around you, and you're saying hello to new opportunities and goodbye to others. Yeah, so I would say yes. It feels like a job advancement, something where you're getting some kind of raise, but also there's a holiday that's coming up as well. So don't worry, you've got lots of love, you got lots of support around you, and yeah, I don't know if you're already a parent, but you have so much support. I think it's more little ones look up to you very lovingly and appreciate you. And there is also an ending to one part of your life. It feels like maybe the job is going to cease and another job is going to come, and that could possibly be why you're moving. Okay, but don't worry, you got lots of support and family around you. Might have a baby coming, not too sure. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
All right, time for 3 more questions. So we got 3 more questions. Again, if you haven't had your question answered, please tune in tomorrow night. Carrie will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern, and try and get here early because we go through the questions in chronological order here. Next one is from April from New Zealand. Welcome from New Zealand, April. And April asks, could you please give me a message on my relationship, the future of? Thank you.
Okay. So the first card that comes up is dancing, 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 dancing. Right? It's all about finding that joy. Now, I don't know if you're actually in a relationship. Are you in a relationship right now? It feels like either things are really going to shift for you, or you're about to set your wings and really fly free. And with that, you can actually stay in a relationship that is kind of burdening you down and wringing you out, like, and feels like a dead end. When you turn around, when you start to feel that sunshine within, when you change who you are, you give your partner a choice. Either, like, if you've raised your vibration and you're way up here, you're doing so good, you're feeling great, things are going for you, you're really starting to lift your vibration up. Your partner has a choice. Either they're going to lift their vibration up as well, or they're going to melt away. And someone else will come in that will be of equal vibration. So right now, it feels like cutting the ties, right? And moving on. But that's all right, because you've got a future. You've got something else that's coming. Whether it is a new relationship with babies and all of that, or it could be that you're needing to love that beautiful inner child yourself, love the child within you, and yeah, look at yourself, because it's less about the relationships outside of yourself. It's more about you. And when you're looking for love, you can be looking for love in all the wrong places, as the saying goes, right? And so we want you to look for the love more inside and realize you are so magnificent. You are so beautiful. you've got everything going for you, and you just need to open up the doors and let the sunshine in, right? See yourself for the beauty that you are. And then when you really start to feel that love, it's like bees to honey, honey. They will come flying and flocking from all around. Just write down what it is that you desire. Write down, the person that you would love to attract, and then be that person that's going to attract them, right? Because right now, if you think, oh, I would love to attract this kind of person or that kind of person, or I'd like my current person in my life to be like this or be like this, are you being the person that would like to attract that kind of person, right? Would that person that you're desiring be attracted to the person that you currently are, is what I'm trying to say. And if the answer is no, then look in the mirror and start to change whatever it is that you need to change within you, whether it's letting go of anger, whether it's, frustration, anger, depression, solitude, woe is me, Eeyore syndrome, imposter syndrome, whatever it is, whether you're doing drugs or taking any kind of uppers or downers or whatever it is, just let all that crap go, because it's not who you are. You need to be who you are. Not to say that's happening with you by any means. I'm just saying general, right? I'm talking to everyone right now. But coming back to you, yeah, it feels like it's time to leave the way that you were and instead, play your cards differently, honey. Okay? And be focused. When you play a card game and you know that you're coming in that card game to win, because, a bit of competitive spirit, like, I'm going to win this thing. How am I going to win this? It's like you put this radar on and it's like, okay, how am I going to win this? What am I going to do? How am I going to get there? That's what we need to do with life. How am I going to win this? How am I going to be the best person I can possibly be? Right? Wish upon the stars. Know your power. It's as simple as that. Okay? Glenn? Nope, you're muted.
That time, not on purpose. All right, time for two more questions. This time we're going over the pond to Sweden. So welcome in Agneta Markby from Sweden. I have a problem with my youngest daughter. She does not want to see me anymore. Yeah. Can you give me some advice, please, and thank you?
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a heartbreak, isn't it? Because we know as moms, my God, we try hard, and dads too, but we really try hard. And you do everything to raise the kids and to give them love. And sometimes they just walk away and they don't want to see anymore because maybe you said something, or maybe you're doing something, or whatever it is that caused offense, or they just want to be free. They want to have some time away. Give it to them. Give them that time away. I've had that a couple of times myself. Yeah, here it is, the card again. Know your power. And realize that, whatever you visualize, whatever you're seeing in the future will come to pass. So if you're focusing right now and going, God, a kid's not talking to me. I've written them and they're ghosting me. We all know that one, right? It seems to be a common thing these days. And that's not fair to my kids right now, because we've gotten past that and we've actually healed. But there was a time in our relationships where, the kids would ghost me. And I'd be like, I'm a good mom, right? I would be on defense mode. And so then you spiral and you create more of it. And it wasn't until I gave up. It wasn't until I said, okay, you know what? They need some time away. I'm going to give them that time away. And I'm just going to love them. I'm just going to continue to love them. I'll, send them every once in a while a emoji of, I love you. Just, thought about you today. Just wanted to let you know I love you. That's it. And if they do write you back, don't jump all over them. Don't be like, oh my God, she wrote or he wrote. Oh my God, they're communicating with me again. Thank God. No. Just be cool. It's like dating, right? If someone showed up and you were all over them, they'd be like, whoa, okay, I'm getting out of here. This is like too sticky, too like glommy. And you don't want to do that. So just play it cool and be joyful. Do your own thing. That's really the key, is when you start to live your life with your purpose, doing your thing, you're leading by example, you see? And so when you start to, whether for me, it was painting, I started to paint, and it brought such joy into my world that when I changed, everything changed, including the relationship with the kids. So it's the same with your spousal relationship or your children. Wish upon a star, and start saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that the kids and I, we've healed, we've had our breakthroughs, we've broken through any hardships, any hard feelings. All of that has come to a halt. It's yielded. And instead, there we go again. Yeah, we've built bridges over troubled water. So see it as if it's already happened, and it will. Yeah, put the shovel down. Stop digging yourself into, the hole of, why is it they're not calling me? Why are they not, God, I'm a good parent. Instead, celebrate. Celebrate who you are. Yes, you're a good parent. I can see that. You're a really good parent. And it's heartbreaking, I know, when your kids, diss you. But I was saying this last week. It never dawned on me until last week in the chat that, we have a different form of communication now. I mean, we can talk to our kids every single day for free, whether it's WhatsApp or Skype or Teams or whatever it's called now. We can talk to our kids endlessly all day long. But when we were growing up, you and me, when we were growing up, it was expensive to talk to our parents. You had to be really dedicated to talk to your parents if you had moved out of town, because long distance we had to pay for. I mean, I was $400 a month talking to my mom because she was my best pal. And it was torturous getting those phone bills. I had to have a second job just to pay for the phone bills. But nowadays, it's like we hover and we helicopter, and the kids don't have the freedom that we did growing up. So we say that it's a different generation, that, these kids, they don't communicate with us like we used to. But think about it. Did we really communicate with our kids as much as we're trying to communicate with them? And so I would say, give them a bit of freedom, give them a bit of space, and just love them. Send them love every day. Don't worry, they'll come around. Okay. I see Ms. Fiji Bola. Hola. Oh, I spent time in Fiji with Tony Robbins, and that was so much fun. My gosh, I so enjoyed Fiji. Tony often talks about, he brings groups of people, his friends to Fiji every year, and people can now pay to go be with him in Fiji, his private island there, Namali Resort. And I was actually in the very first group that he ever took to Fiji. It was 1993, and we had been working with him. We were business partners, and we had so much fun that he ended up making it an annual event and still continues today. So hello, Ms. Fiji, and I'm so excited to hear from you. Greeting from the Netherlands now. Wow, that's awesome. So glad to see you on YouTube. What cards are for me? Well, do you mind if I jump to that question? Because that one really popped out, Glenn. Is that all right? Yep, we're good. He's good to go. Okay, so Ms. Fiji, less judgment, more play. So see judgment instead of people, judging you. See them as the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. See them as Mother Mary standing and helping you. Yeah, play your cards totally different. And in playing your cards differently, we want to let go of any guilt. This card for me is guilt. It's like, guilty pleasures of smoking or having that glass of wine or whatever it is. Like, whatever it is that you want to let go of, and instead crack the whip with yourself, because time is of the essence with you. Yet at the same time, we need you to understand that it's like being in Fiji and just letting that sun shine. This is the key, right? This is your key to everything: is breathe, relax, and focus on what's good in your life. Focus on your relationships. Focus on the love that surrounds you, and yeah, just focus. Okay, it's cash is going to flow to you. Don't worry. If there's any worries there, um, and actually, it's like a huge blood transfusion coming through to you. It's going to be a lot of money. So maybe when you subscribe here, you can subscribe for another subscriber as well, and allow them, because there's a lot of people out there that just don't have the finances and they're holding themselves back, but out of protection, out of whatever it is. But maybe you can help them. Okay, help them with their whirlwinds. That's what I want to say. Is, yeah, you're really on path. You're starting to come out, and money is going to flow to you. And this is the best way to end any reading, is the divinity card. It's, you have everything in place. You just need to take that step forward. Baby steps. You don't need to leap, take 5 steps at a time, although you can, but just take 1 step at a time and realize that that beautiful door is open, and it's open wide for you. All opportunities are here for you, and it's really a beautiful time. Okay, and that's it.
All right. Well, Carrie, there was one more I did want to get to, because I did say the next 3 questions. So we will do one more. And again, Carrie will be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. So please drop by and ask your question if it didn't get answered today. This one is from Jean on YouTube. Jean is asking kind of a follow-up. She said, Carrie, back in 2021, you helped me. You helped her with a broken leg. Now it's 4 years later. It's still uncomfortable. So they want to, they're considering taking the plates and screws out. Will this procedure make it feel better?
Yeah, actually, it will feel better, but it's what you focus on too, because it feels like, things are coming down on you again. So I would say go for it. Yeah. I think that your healing time has come. And also, okay, I just saw that at the time you needed those plates and screws to bring you back together, because you felt so broken. And now you've raised your vibration quite a bit. You've really stepped into who you are, Jean, that now you don't need that stuff anymore. You can actually stand strong on your leg. And it's like your body is almost, I don't want to use the rejecting word. No, it's not rejecting, but it is setting yourself free from it. And so that's why I think the doctors are saying, okay, we can actually remove all that stuff, because you have mended. In fact, you are so solid, you're like before any injury. And so they only take out plates and screws if you are in a position where your bone has completely mended and completely healed, which you have done. So well done. And yeah, I pull cute little cards. These are cards that I created myself, right? And so the card that comes through for you is light. Just focus on that you are serenely abundant, and you're attracting wealth and peace with every thought and action. Say to yourself that I find serenity in the stillness of this world and connect with my true self. Whether it's a walk in the forest or on the beach, today I seek serenity and the balance within through my connection with nature. As I look up, I see peace and serenity in the simplest of things that surrounds me, including your health. It's really that simple. Okay? So, serenity. Let your wings fly, my girl. Aren't they beautiful? Cutest little things. Yeah, this deck I don't have for sale yet, but I will online. So go to carriekohan.com and keep going back there, and I'll let you know shortly when the cards will be available for you online. Okay.
Wow, what a beautiful card to end on there, Carrie. As you can tell my background, I love the purple. Purple, one of my favorite colors. So what a synchronicity way to end off on a card with my colors here.
It's
And
true.
Carrie will be back tomorrow night. Please go to carriekohan.com. You can see all the services that she has available there. You can book a reading. You can get your free gift.
Yeah.
You can check out the links to her book and all her social media sites. Anything you want to say to end off before we play the song?
We are also going to be doing the workshops here in Edmonton, but also online. Online is July 5th and 6th. So if you are interested, just put a note in the chat here and now, and we will send you out the information, because I just have it as an Eventbrite link. So I think, Tammy, we can put it into the chat for everyone to have, but also just put a thumbs up. If you're interested, give us a thumbs up. Everyone right now, we'll wait a couple of seconds. Put your thumbs up that you're interested in coming online or in person to the course, and then we can go from there. Okay, because we'd love to work with each and every one of you. It's nice to spend 5 minutes each, but can you imagine 2.5 days? Wow, it's life-changing. Okay, thank you again, everyone, for coming and joining us. I really hope that you will bring your family and friends from now on. Yes, what is the yeah,
I'm saying give Carrie a clap.
oh,
Pointing up at you.
oh, that's sweet. I see so many symbols. It's like,
No.
what are you doing?
Hey, you're supposed to be going like
Yes.
this
Oh, okay.
and
So
clapping, and I'm
clapping
supposed to
to
be going
Glenn.
like this.
Oh,
See, can we do a high five? Can we
Yes.
put your hands up? No, down. There we go. Down further. Down further. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Yay.
She's still
Okay.
learning, folks. I'm still
I
trying
know.
to teach her the ways of technology.
Yeah.
She's getting there.
No, I'm not.
All right, a little bit about your song, Carrie, because I want everyone, as we close off here, to crank it up, close your eyes, soak it all in. What was the inspiration for the lyrics for this five
Which one are you
lessons
playing?
song?
Oh, the 5 lessons. Well, it's about the 5 lessons of life, right? It is about going to the other side. And is this a song where I'm speaking? I'm sorry, I've written like 4 or 5 songs in this last short period of time.
This is the female one that it was called 5 Lessons of Life. And I think we changed it to I Remember Me, maybe?
Yeah. Or I remember. Yeah. Is it I Remember Me? Forgive me.
We'll
I
just
don't
have
know
the folks listen, and they can
Yep.
interpret it as it
They
fits
will.
to them.
Yeah, that one is based on the 5 lessons, so it's beautiful. Enjoy.
Thanks, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please tune in tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Lots of love. Carrie and
Lots of
Glenn
love.
saying
Adios.
goodbye.
Yeah, and listen to the song.
I left this world with tears in my eyes, but heaven held me in the softest light. Angels gathered around, no need to speak. They knew the weight I carried, the soul beneath. I saw my life like 1,000 flames, burning through the years I tried to blame. But in that silence I found grace, and every broken moment fell into place. And I remember me, not who I was, but who I came to be. Through the dark, through the storm, I finally could see that love never leaves, and pain doesn't own the heart that chooses to come back home. I faced the fire, I walked the sea, and now I stand in truth. I remember me. There was a man with eyes like gold. He showed me things I'd never been told. Said your time's not done, you've more to give. It's not just about surviving, it's learning how to live. I fell to earth with open hands, stronger now than I'd ever planned. With every scar I found my voice. Forgiveness turned my pain into a choice. And I remember me, not who I was, but who I came to be. Through the dark, through the storm, I finally could see that love never leaves, and pain doesn't own the heart that chooses to come back home. I faced the fire, I walked the sea, and now I stand in truth. I remember